Hi, welcome to science. It is time to start learning about these amazing birds some more. We are going to learn about owls today, and tomorrow we are going to do a little experiment kind of on here. You're going to watch me do it, but it's kind of gross. It's kind of cool at the same time, so be ready for that tomorrow. Let's go ahead and learn more about owls, though. This book is a National Geographic Kids book about owls, and it's written by Laura Marsh. Let's begin. So, it is a nonfiction book, which means it has a table of contents. We've talked about this the last few weeks. Remember, a table of contents is if you don't plan on reading the whole book and you just need to learn about a certain part. And you can find that in your table of contents and you can go over and find what page you need to go to. That way, if you're trying to research an owl, you don't have to read the entire book. You can just read what you're trying to learn about. But we are going to read the entire book today. Here we go. Who are you? What hoots in the night and flies through the air? What has feathers and big eyes, but does not have hair? You may never see one, but you'll know if you do. Did you guess? Yes, it's an owl. That's who. Many owls. There are more than 155 kinds of owls. Owls can be big or small. Their faces can be round or shaped like a heart. Owls come in lots of colors and patterns. So this guy right here, his face is, do you see how his face is kind of shaped like a heart a little? It's also a little round too, but he is called a barn owl. Then this owl up here is called an eagle owl. Look at his feathers. He kind of looks a little bit like an eagle, his coloring. Then we have the eastern screech owl. This guy down here is the oriental bay owl, and this guy is the great gray owl. So there are more than 155 kinds of owls. That's a lot of owls. Owls everywhere. Owls live in cold places and hot places. They live in rainforests and deserts. Owls also live in the mountains and near the ocean. So owls can live everywhere. But do you think they live down in Antarctica? No, they can't live down there. It's too cold. But they can be found anywhere in the United States, along with a few other places too. Hot shot hunter. Owls are great flyers. They are also great hunters. Most owls hunt at night. Their bodies are made for hunting. So they are a predator, which means they are in the middle of their food chain, and they eat prey, smaller animals, and they hunt for them. So their bodies are made for hunting, just like how frogs last week were made for their habitat. Their bodies were made for their habitat. Do you remember the difference between a frog and a toad? And how a frog, his body's made to live in the water, whereas a toad is not, and he's more made to live on land. Same kind of idea. Their bodies are made for hunting. So let's go over the different parts of their bodies. They have wings. Their strong wings move quickly and quietly. They have to move quietly so that they don't scare their prey away. They have ears. You can't see them, but they do have ears. They have great ears that help owls hear animals they want to eat. An owl can hear a mouse on the ground 75 feet away. So right now, you probably don't know about it, but you're not supposed to go within 6 feet of someone else, which is actually a pretty good distance. It's about the size of a broom. So if you were to hold up a broom in front of you, that's about 6 feet, and you're not supposed to be around anybody within a 6-foot radius that's not your family. Now, can you imagine hearing a mouse that far away with your ears and not knowing it was there, just hearing it? Can we hear that? No, we can't. They can hear it up to 75 feet away, so they have amazing ears. Eyes. Owls see better at night than any other bird. They can spot their food quickly in the dark. Beak. A sharp curved beak tears meat into bits. Their feet are powerful feet to pounce on food. Their talons are like their claws. They grab and carry food. And this type of bird right here is called a northern spotted owl. Owls watch their prey carefully, but they can't move their eyes. So, look at me. I want you to look to the side without turning your head. You notice how we can move our eyes? Look up and down. Without moving your head, owls can't do that. They cannot move their eyes like we can. We can move our eyes all the way around. We can go to the sides, we can go up, we can go down. Owls can't do that. Their eyes are stuck, like straight. So instead, their bodies make up for that. So their eyes can't move. They turn their heads to follow their prey. Owls' heads turn much farther than human heads. So our heads only turn to about here. Their heads go farther than that. Owls can see behind them. They can turn their head behind them. That's what he's doing right here, isn't he? Because this is his back. He's turning his head behind him. They can even twist their heads almost upside down like that crazy guy. So their eyes can't move. They have to move their head in order to be able to see in other places. So if I wanted to see what's over there, I'd have to turn my whole head. I couldn't just go. Owls can't do that. Owls are quiet flyers. They can sneak up on their prey. An owl has special feathers on its wings. The feathers have extra soft edges. They make the wings quiet. Prey cannot hear the owl flying toward it. That's kind of cool. Their wings have extra soft edges so that they don't make any noise. Dinner time. That's Abby's favorite time of day. She loves dinner time. Many owls eat small animals like mice. Some owls eat insects, snakes, or fish. Other owls even eat small birds and bigger animals too. Owls do not chew their food. They don't have teeth. Owls tear food with their sharp beaks, or they eat their whole prey, or they eat their prey whole. Owl homes. Owls travel to different areas to hunt, so they don't call one place home. They often just pick a tree to rest in, but young owls stay in or near a nest. They stay until they learn to fly. Owl nests may be in trees or on the ground. So not all owls live up in a tree. Some live down on the ground. Hide and seek. These owls are hiding. Can you find them? They look like the land and trees around them. This is called camouflage. It helps the owls stay safe from enemies. So you have the short-eared owl. Do you see him hiding in the grass there? You have the African scops owl. He's blending in with a tree. We have the snowy owl, blending in with snow. And we have the little owl, who is blending in with some rocks. So their feathers kind of camouflage them with where they live. So the snowy owl is not going to live somewhere that doesn't have snow. That owl is supposed to live where there's snow so that it can protect itself from its predators. 7 cool facts about owls. Are you ready? Okay, number 1. Owls have feathers all over their bodies. They even have feathers on their legs. Number 2. The Eurasian eagle owl has a very large wingspan. Its wings stretch about as long as your couch. Wow, that's a big wingspan. So if they were to take their wings and lay them out like that, it's as long as your couch. Wow. Number 3, the elf owl is the smallest owl. It is about as tall as a cell phone. So that's as big as that owl. That's a small owl, isn't it? Number 4. Great gray owls can hear a mouse moving under deep snow. Their talons grab the mouse through the snow, so he can hunt through snow. Wow, that's crazy. These are cool facts. Number 5. Great horned owls are not picky eaters. They are the only animals that often eat skunks. I didn't know an owl could eat a skunk. Did you know that? We learn new things, don't we? 6. Owls don't have ears that stick out like ours do. Their ears are just holes on the sides of their heads. So remember how we talked about how they had really good ears? They don't stick out like our ears. Their ears are just a hole on the side of their head. And number 7, owls have 2 toes in the front and 1 in the back. A 4th toe can move either way to help grab things. So their toes are like this, 2 in the front, 1 in the back, and they have 1 kind of on the side. This toe can move all over the place, which we can't move our finger all over the place, but you get the idea. A nest of babies. Look at those baby owls. A mother owl lays about 2 to 6 eggs at one time. She sits on the eggs until they hatch, just like a chicken. Owls that have just hatched have soft, fluffy feathers. Young owls are called owlets. So these guys are owlets. They're baby owls. Every day the owlets grow bigger. They grow new feathers too. The father owl often brings food to the family. The owlets learn to fly and hunt as they get older. So owls take care of their young just like any other bird, don't they? They bring them food, they sit on their eggs. Hoot hoots. Try making a hooting call out your window at night. Then listen carefully. An owl just might return your call. But not all owls hoot. Different owls have different calls. Some owls screech. Others hiss, whistle, or even bark. What do you hear? What in the world? These pictures show close-up views of owls. Use the hints below to figure out what's in the pictures. Okay. See this picture? What do you think that could be? The hint, they can carry dinner. They're his claws, but what are the fancy term for his claws? Talons. Those are his talons. Oh, take a look at this one. Hint, these are all over an owl's body. They're feathers. That should be an easy one. That's an owl's what? Eye. Yep. We don't even need the hint for that one. Oh, look at the baby owls. What are baby owls called again? Owlets. What are these called? Not each piece, the whole thing. The whole part that he flaps. His wings. And this one, the hint is an owl uses this instead of teeth. His beak. That is the end of our story. So I hope you learned something new about owls today. I do encourage you to do what the book said, and is to go out front at night and hoot like an owl and see if you hear anything. You never know, you might. But don't go outside without letting someone know. Got it? No just walking outside without permission. Make sure they know that you're going outside to see if you can hear any owls, okay? If you do find an owl, send me a message. I would love to hear about it, okay? I will see you all later. Bye.